San Diego Opera is serving up something new for La Bohème.
We have a lot of real food in the cafe.
There's chicken pot pie, turkey pastrami, salami, cheese plates, crackers, and coffee. Oh, we serve coffee too. We're a full-service cafe.
This production is filmically real, as much as we can get. It's on stage, of course, and it's meant to be on stage, but it is filmic style real. So anything that is visible, I want to be absolutely exactly accurate.
That's a lot of work for Terry McCambridge and his props department because they have to prep the food for the Act 2 cafe scene before the opera even starts.
Well, we have to because Act 2 is preset behind Act 1 and it just rotates into place and we won't have a chance to get out and set it. So we just have to have it preset and then it rotates, the carpenters rotate the unit around.
Puccini's opera about tragic young love set against Paris's bohemian art scene has almost an entire act set in a cafe. Food is served, dishes clank, and people sing as they eat. For director Isabella Bywater, it's important that the food is real.
Well, because you can see the people eating, and if it's not real, then they aren't eating, and then we don't believe them. And the other thing is that when they're clearing the plates, they will be empty if they have real food on. You notice that?
Okay, maybe not the folks in the back rows, but a lot of people will see the food. In fact, there are panes of glass angled over the cafe that allow the audience to see the tables from above and feel like they're in a bustling Paris cafe.
And for the performers, it makes it much more convincing for them, which makes it easier for them to play it truthfully. And it gives an energy to the scene, which would not be there otherwise.
Bywater's eye for detail may stem from when she first saw the opera in Covent Garden.
I thought that the studio was ridiculously large and unconvincingly grand. And I promised myself never to make a studio large. And people who come to see this will notice that the studio is not large.
In fact, it's quite cramped and cluttered with props that make it feel more real.
I'm a perfectionist and I go for detail, whatever it is. Whether it's a very simple design or a simple approach, I will go for detail in that. And in this case, there's detail with a lot of stuff.
Stuff like street carts loaded with goods, chestnuts roasting on a fire, and...
Look at the curtains.
These details excited Kay O'Neill.
Oh my God. Aren't those marvelous?
An audio describer who provides descriptions of the opera to the visually impaired.
The bread looks yummy, doesn't it?
The opera is usually set in the 1830s, but Bywater has it play out in the 1930s and drew inspiration from French photographers of that time.
Particularly Cartier-Bresson and Brassai, and really it was very interesting because these photographers took pictures of ordinary people, poor people, in the slums and underworld people who were living what we would otherwise describe as a bohemian life.
The production design has the look of a black and white photo.
It is certainly monochromatic. All the grayness and everything it just gives you that cold feeling.
Which works well in the chilly scenes of winter. For the other seasons, lighting warms the set, which rotates to reveal different parts of the Paris street, and to slice open the artist's studio to provide a window into their lives. The 1930s setting also makes the characters more accessible through their costumes.
If you want to impart information about a character, yes, it is useful to be in the period after corsets. The more modern you get, the more information you get from the kind of clothes they wear. You know immediately somebody wearing sneakers is different from someone wearing high heels.
But no matter what the setting, Bywater insists that the story is universal because human behavior doesn't change, and Puccini's music conveys that to an audience.
He's very good at writing emotions very clearly. I hope they go away having had a wonderful evening, and I hope they will have cried.
Crying has always been on the menu for La Bohème, but audiences may find their appetites whetted in new ways with the offerings of this production. Beth Accomando, KPBS News.